Glorious is a Shudder original. It is a movie about Wes. He is a heartbroken man driving, and he stops at a rest stop, decides to have a bender. He wakes up with most of his stuff burnt and vomiting in the toilet stall. However, there's a person in the stall next to him and starts talking to him. However, Wes discovers that this being is not a man, but a demi-god, a Lovecraftian sort of entity that has escaped and needs his help. So it becomes a sort of stage play-like story where we find out Wes's backstory, we find out the demigod's backstory, and we find out what they need. And they introduce other elements into like a stage play. This movie is weird. It's an experimental sort of weird concept, but I hated it. I hated every part of this film. I only watched it because it's got a pretty solid cast. You got Ryan Quanten and J.K. Simmons. That's it. That's the only reason why I watched it, but it was not worth it. Wes is a terrible character. Didn't like any of his reveals or anything. I didn't like the story. The movie's trying to do three different things. It's trying to be a horror film, a comedy film, and a cosmic horror, and it fails on all three. Mainly because just the way the movie's shot. I mean, like, they try to do like some mind-bending stuff. Other stuff doesn't work. It's very threadbare. Don't like the dialogue. You know, they try to throw in some gore in there, and it looks really crappy. I just didn't like this movie. It didn't work on any level for me, despite its solid cast. So, nothing personal for the writer-director, but maybe she didn't write it. Oh, it was written by two other people, and it was written by someone with the same last name as the director. So she directed it, and her brother and probably another guy wrote it. But I didn't like any of it, so I have to give Glorious a 0 out of 10.